Hello teacher, this is our presentation about the integrative, the first part of the integrative. In our case, the project is a teacher folding machine. The team members are Alvarado, Lara, Getsemaní, Carranza, Ávila, Rodríguez, Luna, and Sánchez, Terrones.
Hi teacher, I'm Getsemaní Carranza Ávila, and up next I'm going to explain you which is the manual process that we decided to automate and why. We decided to automate the process of folding a t-shirt. This is because based on our personal experience, after I finished doing laundry, the laundry can stay unfolded for a really long time because it's boring, it's time consuming, and sometimes I prefer to do other things over folding clothes. So that's why we decided that we wanted to automate this process by creating some kind of home appliance. Okay, I'm going to explain the raw materials, the tools, and the manual process of this. The raw materials and the tools are really simple. You may know them because you probably have folded a t-shirt before. We only have one raw material, and it's the t-shirt unfolded itself. The tool is your hands. It's all you need. And the process is folding the t-shirt. I'm going to explain you how to fold a t-shirt in a more detailed way. It's really easy. You just have to place your t-shirt in a plain surface. Then you grab one shoulder. You decide if it's the right or the left shoulder. You grab the right shoulder and then you take it to the center of the t-shirt. You do the same with the other shoulder. And when you have a rectangle, all you have to do is take the bottom part and put it with the upper part of your t-shirt, and that's it.
Okay, I'm going to explain our idea for automate this project, this device that we supposed to make. First of all, we need to. I will explain three adjectives that can describe our project. Easier, easiest, fastest, and simplest. These three can explain how are going to make us, how are going to make this, how are going to make our life, how are going to change our life, this project. So first of here I need to explain the ideas we came up to the moment that we were making this brainstorm, this project, the decision that we made. So first we explain and we talked about CNC folding machine that consists in the basic principles and the basic idea for the working of a CNC machine, where the grabber grabs the cloth and take it to the other side of the machine. Then we discarded it. Then we talked about using robotic arms, but well, they were a lot of motors, so it will be really difficult to move it. Well, the prices too. Then we talked about using stepper motors, but then we discarded it. Okay, this device was seen in the necessity of innovating and well improving the activity of folding clothes, specifically shirts. So as the basic principle of folding skirts that we have, and we try to put it on our project. Well, it's supposed to move the acrylic sheets and with the servo motor. It moves like this, and then it moves like this with the other side, and then we are going to move the the, um, the center sheet to well fold the clothes, where the the, 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 the servo motor have their movement from 0 to 180 degrees of movement. So we are going to explain this about the components of the project.
Hello, teacher. My name is Jorge Humberto Rodríguez Luna, and I'm going to talk about the components of our machine. Well, to start, the first thing that we looked for was the acrylic sheets, because it's one of the main components of our machine. The other components that we looked for was some hinges of 2-inch, Arduino Uno for the control of the machine, an MG996R servo motor to move the acrylic sheets, and last, for the base of our machine, we decided to use AAA. Also, and we don't mention it here, we have the consumable components that we use, that are screws or varnish, and yeah, that's all. Then I'm going to talk about the price of these components that are the next ones. We look at we search all the components in different places to get the better price for us. And as you can see on this table, we have all the components. For example, for the acrylic sheets, we found it on Mercado Libre for 100 pesos. The hinges of 2 inches, we found it on Ferretería La Tuerca de Oro for 5 pesos. The 3-ply, we found it on Home Depot for just 85 pesos, sorry. And for the screws, we found a page on internet that is called Talmex, and that page gave us a price of whole retail price, and give us 100 pieces for just 63.75 pesos. Then the MG996R servo motor, we found it on Mercado Libre for 1,075 pesos. The varnish, that is a very important component for the aesthetic of our machine. We found it on Lino MX for 70 pesos, and they give us a bottle of 215 milliliters. For the control, we found the Arduino Uno also, such as the servo motor on Mercado Libre, but this for 115 pesos. And last, the wire, we found it also on the Ferretería La Tuerca de Oro for 5 pesos. And all of these give us an approximately total cost of 1,650.75 pesos. And yeah, that's all.
As a conclusion, we can say that develop new technologies in any area is very difficult, because we think that all the devices or machines are already created, but it doesn't. Our idea is a complete success because it works in the Fusion 360 simulations, and we can consider it a big success.
And last but not least, I'm going to talk about the Gantt diagram. We done this Gantt diagram to help us to organize our time for developing the next stage, for the integrative. For example, we decided to do that table that show you the name of the activity. For example, in this case, we have the week 6, and we choose to start this work on October 5. And the duration in days to develop this activity, we decide to be 5. This means that if we have a duration in days for this activity, we are going to end it on October 10. So as you can see on the table, on the graph, on this bar graph, we can see that that is the same information. You can see that here we have the week 6, and it started on the October 5 and then ends on October 10. And yeah, teacher, that is all. I hope that you enjoy our presentation, and thank you for your attention. This is all.